The weekly code quiz. It is important to understand units of measurement for the web. What is the smallest unit of measure for print design? With print design, we have points and picas. With print typography, the point is the smallest unit of measure. What is the size of a point? The actual size of a point has varied over the course of many centuries and has been interpreted differently by different countries. What is a pica? The pica is a basic unit of measure for American typography and represents 1/6 of an inch. Who defined the point system? Pierre Fournier, a French mid-18th century punch cutter, type founder, and typographic theoretician, was one of the people who defined a point system. His idea was to generate different type sizes by multiplying a single minimum unit derived from the division of the French royal inch, pouce. The pouce was divided by 12 to calculate one ligne, which was then divided by 6 to get 1 point. Who created a competing point system and how was it different? When Benjamin Franklin served as ambassador to France, he spent time with the Fournier family and wanted his grandson, Benjamin Franklin Bosch, trained in printing and typography. So he arranged for him to study under François Didot. Didot had created a competing point system to that of Fournier. He kept the subdivisions but based the system against the royal foot, so that Didot point is exactly 1/72nd of the pouce. This meant 12 Fournier points equals 11 Didot points. How was the pica defined? Bosch eventually set up a type foundry in America and brought with him samples of Fournier type, and it was later proposed by Nelson Hawks that the American inch be divided by 6 to create the pica, and that 1 pica would equal 12 points. This became the American point system. The world continued to have conflicting systems, however, the British came to accept the American point system in 1898. What is the accepted definition for a point and pica now? After much debate, for desktop publishing, 1 pica equals 1/6 of the British American inch, and that equals 4.233 millimeters. 1 point equals 1/12 of a pica, which equals 1/72nd of an inch, which equals 0.3527 millimeters. So how does this translate to web typography? A pixel is the smallest unit of digital image data without actual physical size. Pixels are used to display an image on screen or print it. How is the pixel density measured on screens versus print? Screens have their pixel density measured in ppi or pixels per inch, while printed images are measured by dpi or dots per inch. This means that the same amount of image pixels may result in hugely variable physical sizes. Ergo, a 100 by 100 pixel image may be huge displayed on an outdoor advertising screen, or tiny when printed on paper at 300 dpi. What was the origin of 72 ppi resolution for screens? The earliest Macintosh screen had a display with a resolution of 72 ppi, which would mean that 1 point would equal 1 pixel. However, screens that followed had a resolution closer to 96 ppi. At this resolution, 1 pixel equals 1/96th of an inch, 1 pixel equals 0.75 points, or 12 points would equal 16 pixels. What is the standard text size for most browsers? 16 pixel type is a standard text size for most browsers. Presented by Designers Learn Code.